sauce. Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
Good morning to all.
Whoa.
Hope everyone had a nice Tuesday. I definitely did. It was a great night for me. The bets went 6-2, but I had a couple nice plus money hits in there. And one of the losses, I was actually rooting for the Pacers. I was rooting for that loss. So very nice Tuesday night for me. I don't know if Commish is coming. He hasn't answered, so I have it set up. I can switch easy enough if he does come. So we'll see. But I was just sitting there waiting, so I figured why not go through some spreadsheets. All right. All right. What game you guys want to look at? Mariners. Royals, Mariners. Big hit for me yesterday. Royals money line was dope. Royals, Mariners. Alec Marsh and Brian Wu. I don't think I have. Brian Wu's data in here. But we'll check it out. All right, here we go. All right, Alec Marsh versus Brian Wu. I don't have Brian Wu's data in here, so we don't have the pitch mix stuff. But Royals have cooled off in a major way against right-handed pitching. You can see in the last 7 days, their bottom 5 lineup against righties. Bottom 10 lineup in the last 14 days. Bottom 10 lineup in the last 30 days. I've been saying it for a while now. I don't trust the Royals lineup at all. Also, a bottom 10 lineup on the road. See some game logs. Righty starters against Kansas City. They did get 3 runs on Logan Gilbert. Thank God. Wait, that was the game I just won. That was yesterday. Before that, Carson Fulmer is not a starter. He shouldn't be there. You know what? Tyler Anderson's a lefty, and that's been happening with these sheets, or there's a random lefty thrown in when it's supposed to be righty. But either way, Joe Ross, they got 3 runs off of. Colin Rea, 4 runs off of. So maybe, look at righty starters, 4 right here. Maybe they are getting to righty starters a little bit as of late. They didn't get the Griffin Canning, though. Definitely been hitting bullpens. That's been the case all year. The Mariners bullpen has been solid, though. All right, Mariners bat's actually not bad. These numbers are actually a lot better than you would expect them to be for Seattle. See righty starters against them. They didn't get to Waka. They rocked Blackburn. Holy shit. But, you know, okay, so they got to Chris Paddock also. I know only one earned run, but they had 9 base runners in 5 1/3 innings. That's solid. Man, this is so hit or miss. They rocked Blackburn, got to Paddock, but didn't touch Michael Wacha, didn't touch Bailey Ober, didn't touch Woods Richardson. It's like a coin flip trying to predict what this Mariners lineup's going to do. Royals bullpen has been pretty trash lately. Let's look at some bullpen usage, actually. Kansas City. No, MacArthur's not going to be able to go. Schreiber might. He had a bunch of days off before last night, but he threw 29 pitches last night. So Royals are definitely going to be without their closer, maybe without their number 2 guy also. Let's see, Seattle. Seattle should have all of their arms. Yeah, I think I would. Let's see. How has Brian Wu been, though? I don't have his data in my spreadsheet, so I literally have to just go look at his game logs. And he's made one start against Oakland, and he was really good. I like Seattle, but they're going to be expensive, right? Minus 141 you could get. I think I might take Seattle there and lay the juice. All right, what game do you want to talk about next? Nats Sox. Nats Sox, all right. And that pitching battle is Patrick Corbin, Garrett Crochet. It's Corbin Day. How the fuck do you spell this dude's name? Not like that. Is there two T's? His picture should pop up if I spell it right. All right, his picture didn't pop up, but the data did, and that's more important. All right. So, Nats bats, terrible. I mean, bottom 5 lineup in the last 14 days. Bottom 5 lineup, or bottom 10 lineup, I should say, against righties in the last 14 days. On the road in the last 14 days, the worst lineup in baseball. So the Nats magic might be gone here. They did get to Flexen, 7 hits and a walk. Before that, though, didn't get to Bayo, didn't get to Tanner Houck. They did get didn't get to Corbin Burns, didn't get to Gosman. You know what, though? Let's cut the Nats a little bit of slack. Bayo, Houck, Corbin Burns, Gosman, that's some serious names in there. So the Nats bats have definitely cooled off against righties, but they've also seen some really strong pitching recently, so we give them a little bit of slack. Let's see Crochet's game logs here. How's he been pitching? All right, so great start at home against Cleveland. Great start on the road in St. Louis. Great start at home against Minnesota. So the last time he got hit up was April 24th on the road in Minnesota. And he got hit up 2 in a row here. 2 road games in a row. The Phillies smacked him around. Twins smacked him around. But since then, 3 great starts in a row for Grishett. Let's. In fact, I want to see his numbers from the last 3 starts. Let's drop this back to April 25th. Last 3 starts, he's got a 1.59 ERA, an 0.65 WHIP, and a 1.81 expected FIP. So this kid is dealing. I like him to throw to pitch a good game here. Let's go. Let's look at some White Sox bats against lefties because we got Corbin on the mound here. All right, White Sox in the last 7 days, but not so much against left-handed pitching. Pitch mix for Corbin. White Sox have actually hit the sinker well, which is Corbin's most popular pitch, but he also throws a slider. Nope. Cutter. Nope. 14 fastball. Nope. Tough sled in there. Let's see game logs. I want to see lefty starters against the White Sox. They've only seen 2 lefty starters that can't be right. Oh, I think I remember Prop Beaver saying that. Let me look that up. Stat News. No, they've seen more than that. So my spreadsheet's not bringing... we should be seeing more names than that. That's a problem with my sheet. All right. So Corbin, I mean, went on the road to Fenway, didn't pitch poorly. I know people are going to see Warner and run and think he, lit it up. Not really the case. He gave up 7 hits and a walk in 5 innings, but still, you'll take this. Decent start at home against the Blue Jays. He did get rocked in Miami. And there's definitely a pattern here. If you look at his road games, bam, 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 bam. Look at the base runners. 8 base runners, 10 base runners, 13 base runners, 11 base runners. So Corbin on the road isn't exactly a spot you want to look here. Ugh, what an ugly game. Makes you lean towards the White Sox, but I think this might be a Nat spot. White Sox, all their main bullpen arms went last night. Kopech, Leisure, Brebbia, Steven Wilson, all pitched last night. What about the Nats? Oh, same goes for the Nats. Finnegan and Harvey both pitched last night. I mean, I guess I would lean the Nats at the plus money, but I don't think I'm going to bet that one. You guys, another game, please? Kikuchi starting? I don't think so. Kikuchi was supposed to be the starter today, but then it got rained out. Yes, I think Kikuchi was supposed to be the starter today. But yesterday's game got rained out, so we're seeing Bassett versus Bradish, the game that was supposed to be yesterday. Are you sure on that? Wow, they switched it. They switched it on RotoWire. You're right. I swear to God, you guys just saw it. On RotoWire this morning, it said Bassett, so they switched it. All right. Well, okay, so that changes things for me. So I did a video on this game last night, but then obviously the game got rained out, so I had to scrap it because I didn't know who was pitching. Kikuchi has terrible numbers on the road in Baltimore, and I mean, they own him. So we can go down to Kikuchi's numbers. He looks great, right? He's been good on the road this year, which has been a criticism of him. Look at his road starts. He pitched well in Washington, pitched well in Kansas City, pitched well at Yankee Stadium. He's been great on the road this year, but he's the Orioles lineup. They have like a 970 OPS lifetime against them. His trips to Baltimore, he's 0-1 with an ERA up around 6. So this Baltimore Orioles lineup has owned Kikuchi. So the matchup was supposed to be Kikuchi versus Cole Irvin. So in that matchup, I was on Baltimore all the way. But regardless, I think Baltimore crushes Kikuchi. The question is, now that it's not Cole Irvin and it's Kyle Bradish pitching, the way Cole Irvin's been pitching, I have a lot more faith in him than I have in Kyle Bradish. That being said, it's not like the Blue Jays lineup against righties is doing anything. Here are some righty starters that pitch against Toronto. They didn't get to Corbin Burns. Bailey Ober completely blanked them. They did get to Woods Richardson, but other than that, you know what? They got to Nola back on the 8th. But other than that, I mean, Jake Irvin blanked them. Is it? Let's see, Kyle Bradish. I don't have Kyle Bradish's data in here yet, so we'll have to go look the old-fashioned way. Kyle Bradish, 2 starts this year. Both have been all right. He's not going deep into the game, but 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 walks. These are solid. Man, I might be down to lay the juice with the minus 130. I think I'm going to play the O's. Oh, you know what? Let's check some bullpens. Someone said they like Orioles first 5. That's a good point. We should probably check the bullpens. All right, Baltimore. All their guys sat out yesterday. So what's this? On the hot seat. What the hell does that even mean, Fangraphs? On the like in risk of losing his job. They actually have a designation for that. But anyway, so you can see all the high leverage arms for Baltimore. They all pitched on Monday, all had last night off. So I would imagine they're all available. And for Toronto, they're gonna have all their guys too. So both bullpens at full strength, which favors Baltimore because they have the much better bullpen so far this year. I'm gonna play the O's there. I like it. Next game. Is Kyle losing weight? Not sure I like it. Yeah, I always drop a bunch of weight after football season ends, man. Football season, spend like 120 hours a week on the computer. It's a death sentence. So when football season ends, I actually have some free time to eat healthy, work out. Brewers. Scott wants the Brewers. All right, Scott. Pittsburgh, Milwaukee. Yo, this series, though, ever since the Brewers screwed me in the first game of this series, I don't even want to look at them. Okay. It's Padres versus Gasser. I haven't looked at a single thing for this game. Like, I have no idea. I had no interest in it. I doubt I have Gasser's data in here. I did an update about a week ago, and he's just making his second start. I'll put it in to check, but I'm pretty sure I don't have Robert Gasser's data in here. Let's check. Yep, blank. Yeah, I don't have Gasser's data, but we can still look at everything else. So the Pirates bats, this is disgusting. In the last 7 days, the Pirates are a top 10 lineup. Get the hell out of here with that. Heating up. This is heating up for the Pirates. 17th, 14th, 15th. That's scorching hot by Pittsburgh Pirates standards. Look at the Pirates on the road in the last 7 days. This is crazy. Let's see what kind of starters they're getting to. They didn't get to Joe Ross. See, you know what? Now that I'm looking at this start with Colin Ray, this is the game I'm talking about where I bet the Brewers heavy and lost. This box score isn't terrible from Colin Ray. 7 base runners in 6 innings, 3 earned runs. That's not that bad. For some reason, it felt so much worse than that than it was happening. And if you look at these, I mean, they're not getting to any of these starters. They didn't get to Joe Ross. They barely got to Colin Ray. It looked way worse than the numbers indicate. They didn't get to Kyle Hendricks. They didn't get to Assad. They did get to Jose Soriano back on May 8th. No, I'm not scared of this Pirates lineup. Let's look at the Brewers against lefties. Red hot. Bam, bam, bam. Against lefties. Bam. Oh, okay. So definitely better numbers against righties for the Brewers. But great numbers at home at Miller. Let's look at some game logs here from Perez. Struggled against the Angels. Struggled against the Rockies. Actually pitched a great game on the road in San Francisco. But 3 of his last 4 starts struggled. Struggled on the road in Citi Field. Then he pitched a good game against Detroit. This is a solid game, too. So more bad than good, but Perez hasn't been a complete fade. Let's look at some bullpen usage. Pittsburgh. All right, so the Pirates, they're gassed, though. So, all right, check this out. Bednar, he did have the day off, but he pitched 3 days in a row before that, so I doubt he pitches. So there's probably no Bednar. But Chapman's going to be there. Reliever on the rise. What the hell does that mean, Fangraphs? Like, you need to have a chart. Reliever on the rise. Does that mean he's pitching well? So Holderman, a reliever on the rise, is going to be available. So the Pirates should have everybody except for Bednar and probably this guy Nicholas, but I don't know who this is. Brewers. McGill, Hudson, Pagaro all pitched last night. Now, McGill did have 2 days off before, so he's probably available, but I don't like that he just threw 24 pitches last night. Same goes for Hudson. If I had to guess, the Brewers should have everyone available, but they probably are not trying to use these guys here, but they'll be available. What's the price on that game? Where the hell is that game? Oh, right here. Minus 150. I mean, I like the Brewers to win, but I'm not paying that price for them. Gasses are lefty. My bad. I should have been Brian. All right. So let's look at the Pirates numbers versus lefties. Sorry. Oh, shit. Check this out. So look what happens when I change Gasser from, he's a righty here. Look at the numbers. Then I go up here and I change this to an L. So you guys can see it. And watch these numbers change. Bam, Pirates. So, yeah, I'm not betting the Brewers here. Screw that. Sox Rays. Bo Sox came through for me in extras. Oh, Sox Rays is tonight. Let's just do the day games because I'll be back later. Oh, you know what? Let me send Toast and Prop Beaver an invite. Also, I don't know if Commish is coming. He didn't answer the message. So he usually is on the show this day at this time, but I haven't talked to him because his laptop was broken last week, so he wasn't on. I haven't talked to him in like over a week, so. All right. Send an email to Prop Beaver, Toast. All right. And then I'll send the invite to Commish. If he joins, cool. If not, no big deal. Oh, never mind. I have a message right here. I can't today. So no Commish. All right. You're taking the 15.5 with Cleveland. I mean, it's 15.5 points. Can't say I can't say that's a terrible move, but I mean, I'll just be betting some stupid same game parlay or something. Cleveland money line live tonight. Yeah, how about them Nuggets? That man, last night was great. I was just when I first went live, I was talking about it. So I went 6-2, and I had a couple nice plus money. The Royals are like plus 140. Dodgers minus 1.5 wasn't even. I had another plus money one in there. Can't remember what it was. And then the Yankees had a full unit on. I had a great baseball day. And then NBA, I went 1-1. But the loss I was rooting for, right? Because I bet the Pacers, I was rooting for the Knicks. So just a great night for me. No. Toast had the Marlins, not me. I didn't have the Marlins last night. That was Toast. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was the Reds, but I actually got the Reds first 5 at minus 104. So it actually wasn't plus money, even though it was a dog. So I did get the Reds first 5, and they scored the runs to take the lead in the 5th inning, which is always like, because when I feel like that happens against me all the time when I play the first 5s, gets blown in the 5th, but I actually got the win in the 5th for a change. And I'm going to be talking into this mic all day today. I have this show, then I have back-to-back calls, and then another show. I'm going to be sitting here speaking into this microphone all day. Let's get the pick graphics ready. Andy just sent them over. All right, let's make sure we're good here. Toronto money line. Yep, looking good. Good morning, sir. Tell the nice people a story while I take a piss.
So there was once a man. No, I'm just kidding. How we doing, everybody? I love when Kyle does this. I really love just being thrusted onto the scene here, having to do a performative act for you guys. Took a little bit of a day off yesterday. Was having a bit of a rough day. The line movement has been aggressive lately in the baseball market. I don't know what is going on with that, but I feel like if you're not playing things the night before, you're getting absolutely cooked in some of these lines. So that was part of it, but back today, Honestly, I really like this slate, especially in the morning. I could play like 10 things this morning, so I'm trying to control myself, but feeling pretty good about today. Hoping to break the cold spree that I'm in right now. Yeah. That's pretty much all I got. I'm not a stalling expert. Didn't get my degree in that. Just gonna have to chill here for now, and we're gonna sit here in some awkward silence until Kyle comes back and returns from his peak. All right, looks like Toasty's in here, but you guys are not gonna be able to hear him until Kyle returns from his piss, so that's good. That's always good. There we go. He's putting on his headphones, taking his time. Okay, there we go.
Someone says Kyle piss time LFG. Toast, did you see I dominated the slate last night?
Yeah. I wasn't paying attention, to be honest, but yeah.
You should have been. I was dishing out heat.
How would you finish at?
5-1.
Oh, wow.
And my only loss was a Cubs plus 170.
Cubs stunk it up last night. Jesus.
Yeah, I thought it was a sneaky spot to take a shot. I was incorrect.
I liked it too. I was just telling the people I really like the morning slate, honestly.
I have a couple I like too. I was thinking about adding this Baltimore bet at minus 130. Kikuchi's
I already added it.
Yeah,
I added it. Yeah, I did the first 5 though, just because of the Ronald system, the 1-9-5 to the first 5 money line.
The Ronald system. I gotta check that out. He hooked us up with subscriptions yesterday.
Yeah, I was just looking at it, so I was like, you know what? Honestly, like it has such a better hit rate through the first 5 than the full game. And Cano the other day when he saw the Jays look like shit, why not just isolate it to the first 5?
Yeah,
That's my mindset.
I'm looking at these 7-day games, and I think I have 3 bets and considering a 4th for 7-day games. That's a fucking lot.
I was telling them I could have 8 on this day games. That's
There's
how
only
many
7
bets
games.
I like. That's how many bets I like. Well, I could do we'll get to it, but I really think there's a good amount of value here. I'm just waiting on a lineup for the Pittsburgh game. If I get a good lineup, I'm probably going to add a play in that one as well.
Oh, by the way, I keep forgetting to mention this. If you're in the oh no, I did say this. What am I talking about? But if you're in the Philadelphia area, I'm doing a show from the tailgate a week from tomorrow. So I'll be in Citizens Bank Park parking lot. I'll be tailgating, doing it. So I'm doing the show right there in the parking lot. So you're more than welcome to come drink a couple beers, say what's up if you're in that area. I'll be in the city of brotherly shit.
You hitting up Kensington or no?
In my youth. No one's gonna get that reference. No one's gonna get that. No one's gonna get that reference. Like Kensington. Let me Google that. Like, oh, that's where they sell heroin.
Oh. Oh, that's where dreams go to die. Oh.
All right, 1 minute away. Toast, how
so
you
what
feeling?
happened? I'm assuming Commish is not
Yeah, he just
ready to go.
He just messaged me saying he's got he's got to be at the facility at noon. So, so someone said Kensington is live.
It is live. I'll tell you what.
Helms lives in Kensington.
It's foul.
Yeah, that's such a diss, bro.
That's foul.
Everyone's favorite stadium to go to. To be honest, I haven't been to a ton.
Paco, easy. That place is beautiful.
That's Detroit.
That's San Diego. I love that place.
I thought that. What's the name of the Detroit Tigers stadium? I thought it was called Petco.
Comerica.
Do you know all 30 stadiums?
I know a good amount of them. Yeah.
No, it's 11.
Yes, I know all 30.
Well, you know what? I had a great time. I had to do back when I was working for whatever. I had to take a trip out. I had to drive like mad far, and we stopped at Pittsburgh and went to a Pirates game. Had an awesome time.
That stadium's awesome.
Dude, with the river right behind it, I was like, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
gorgeous. I thought the
If
city
only the
sucked.
team wasn't poopy.
Yeah, I was like, I thought the city sucked. This is actually beautiful. All right, so first game up, and as we talked about before, so Kikuchi is pitching, by the way. Did you guys know that?
Yeah,
Yep,
that's the only reason I bet
last
those.
night.
What's up? What's up,
Go
Toast?
ahead. You guys are on this other side than me, so you guys get your spiel out. Talk about your
Oh.
Baltimore bet.
Well, I'm betting it because it's the right side. What
Got
Toast doesn't know is that the Baltimore Orioles own Kikuchi. He has terrible numbers against them. He has terrible numbers on the road in Baltimore. So he does. His last three starts, his three starts on the road in Baltimore as a member of the Blue Jays, he's 0-1 with an ERA up at 6. His 10 starts against the Orioles as a member of the Blue Jay, got an ERA in the mid-5s. Baltimore owns Kikuchi. Now, I know you're thinking, but Kyle, weren't you just telling us yesterday that the Baltimore bats are ice cold and you can't trust them right now? That's against righty starters. They're still fine against lefties. This is an O spot. Kikuchi is so due to get shelled. Baltimore up.
Toast, why don't you go? I'd like to hear the opposite side.
I'd like to hear some bullshit.
I bet Toronto last night at plus 125. I'm pretty confident in it. I feel like Baltimore's a little bit overrated right now. I understand they're winning games. I think they're winning games against some bad teams. 3 of their last 5 games that went to extra innings. I just think that this game's a lot more of a coin flip than we're giving it credit for. I understand Kikuchi hasn't been fantastic in Baltimore, but 4 2/3, 7 hits, 3 runs last time he went there. The other time before that, 4 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs. I mean, it's not like he's getting absolutely throttled. That ERA in the 6s makes it look like it's super bad, but it's really, it's been average. So if you're going to give me that with this Toronto bullpen, that I'll give you hasn't been very good, but I don't really trust this Baltimore bullpen either right now. So like I said, I got it at 125 last night. It's moved down a little bit. I don't know if I would play it at this number, but yeah, I'm pretty confident in my spot.
Someone said, I think Toast needs to go back to bed and wake up and fix his attitude. Does he have an attitude?
No, I think he's just on the opposite side of us. I think he's fine.
I like the comment.
Yeah, so basically, I agree with Toast about the bullpen thing. I am a bit shaky on the Baltimore bullpen. especially
They're
with
still
that
better
showing
than the
against
Toronto bullpen, though.
That showing against the Jays 2 days ago was gross. Anyways, yeah, I went with the first 5 here, Baltimore. I will talk my shit about the Orioles against a righty all day. You will hear me say nothing negative about these Orioles against lefties. I love my Orioles against lefties. Last time they faced them, unholy 8.78 ERA, 1.76 WHIP. Last 30 days, first in WRC plus, OPS, and WOBA. Mr. Kikuchi, 295 average, 927 OPS through 145 plate appearances against this Orioles lineup. That is a massive sample size. So I'm sorry, I do like Kikuchi, but he's on the road where we know historically we have a massive sample size of him struggling more, and he's facing this Orioles lineup that's dominant against lefties. I feel like they're going to have to wake up a bit here. I feel like they get at least 2 to 3 runs off of him through the first 5 here. And I think that's all we need because Bradish, he took the next step last season. He looked fantastic. What was his best spot at home against righties? 202 WOBA, 0.4 home run per 9, 0.73 WHIP. He's facing 6 of them today, and those are the best bats in the Jays lineup. And I was looking, and Davis Schneider and Danny Jensen are both pretty lethal against righties this season, I must say. I was looking at those numbers, very impressive. But if you filter that to the road, they are significantly less impressive. And in fact, if you just look at the Jays as a whole against righties, at home, 9th in WRC+, on the road, 28th. They're doing nothing against right-handed pitching on the road. I know that we saw the Jays pick up a little bit of momentum against starting right-handed pitching, but most of that came at home. And on top of that, there was a horrendous call by Phil Cuzzy in that game against Simeon Woods Richardson that pretty much led to a whole rally for the Jays. So what I'm going to go ahead and say is that if you're going to give me minus 125 to play a system that is now 9-1-5, I'm going to play it. So, yeah, let's keep fading the Toronto Blue Jays through the first 5. 1-9-5 as road dogs against starting right-handed pitching.
You hear that, Toast? 1-9-5 as road dogs against
He has the
starting
full game, and they are much less profitable full game, so I'll give him that.
Did you
Yeah,
put
I'm
up?
not- I'm very confident in my side. I think it looks like the world's betting Baltimore, and it's really that line's not moving very much. I'm really not worried about my side.
Well, the world's right. Is there a beaver on top of your microphone?
Yeah, I put it up there today.
Did you think I was sweet?
I just thought, somebody would comment about it. Get the comments going. You gotta boost engagement somehow. Little things like that. That's how it gets it going.
Is that how it is? So you're saying if I put a figurine on top of my mic, maybe my following would grow?
Yeah, I'm glad I paid all that money at Miami. This is what it taught me. Put little Beaver figurines on microphones, maybe the engagement will boost.
See, I didn't go to college, and that's a lack of education showing. There's no figurine on my mic. I just don't.
Precisely.
I just don't know how it works.
Yeah.
All right, Pirates on the road in Milwaukee, and I don't even want to talk about this game. It'll be Brewers or pass, I guess. The Pirates actually have better numbers against lefties recently. Brewers or pass. I'm not betting this stupid game.
Toast, can you go real quick because I'm looking something up right now?
It'd be Brewers or pass for me as well. I'm going to continue to try to fade Pittsburgh as much as possible. So, I mean, I guess the Brewers bullpen is a little bit used up. I McGill and Payamps. There's
going to be no Bednar for Pittsburgh, though. Probably not.
And so I could care that Pittsburgh bullpens are all terrible. So it's Milwaukee or pass. I don't really know if I want to pay minus 150 to be on a super heavy public side on a getaway day, but yeah.
Someone goes, who pissed in toast cereal? Why does everyone think he's mad?
It's because I'm not like, it's 7 a.m. I've been up for 10 minutes. You guys are like up and bubbly and
yeah, it's 7 a.m. where he is.
Yeah, leave Toast alone, guys. Let's have some respect, for God's sakes.
All right, prop Beaver.
Yeah, so in this one, I would have to go with the youngster Gasser over 5.5 Ks plus 122 or pass. I said I'm waiting on that Pittsburgh lineup. With Cabri and Hayes out, there's just so many K targets in this Pittsburgh lineup against lefties. I mean, let's just name them. Joey Bart, 42%. O'Neal Cruz, 36%. Michael Taylor, 34%. Triolo, 30%. McCutchen, 29%. Reynolds, 24%. Olivares, 23%. I mean, that is, I think, 6 or 7 guys I've just named with a K percentage above 23%. And the guy Gasser has gas in his name. He throws that flames. He has a 30% K percentage in the minors, 33% in AAA this year. I just think that he could go ahead and strike out these guys. The Pittsburgh lineup against lefties is really nothing to be afraid of. And then on top of that, I mean, they have his earned run line at 1.5. This is a rookie making his second career start. Who the hell has a 1.5 earned run line in their second career start as a rookie? Nobody. So that's pretty crazy to me. The books are pretty heavily implying that he's going to have a good game here. It's a day game. It's a road game. I just think that we're going to get some Ks on some sleepy Pirates bats here. And at plus 122, they've never seen him before. I'll take my chances.
So you're buying on Gasser.
I'll buy the gas. I'm still waiting for that lineup, though. Can they please release it? I don't want to drop my 5th article on the site today. I'm really blowing up the site today. I'm trying to comprise at least 2 plays in a single article, but they're killing me.
It's
please,
all right.
Pirates, let's go.
They'll appreciate you giving them the info. All right, let's move on to the next one, to a game I'm actually betting. Oh, shit. No, it's another one I'm not betting. It's Marlins Tigers. There are 2 more that I'm betting. I want to get to them. All right, so Marlins road dogs toast. Nice hit yesterday on Marlins money line. Wish I tailed.
Did you see that thing, Toast, about the 44th game of the season for the Marlins?
I heard like 15 people mention. I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Apparently, like the last 11 seasons or whatever, they have the worst record in every other game of the season. But on the 44th game, they're 11-0. And now they're 12-0.
Sounds like a
shut up, dude.
It's a weird ass thing. Stupid ass book. Which was
whatever.
Yeah.
So the Marlins have won 11 straight 44th games of the season.
12 now.
12. Make it 12.
Oh, so this is the 45th game?
Yeah.
So then who gives a fuck?
Fade.
What? Who cares about a trend that doesn't apply for another year?
I was just bringing it up, you dickwad. Jesus Christ.
Why didn't you bring it up yesterday?
Maybe you're the one who's angry.
Because he took the day off yesterday. Couldn't bring it up.
Yep.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Mental health day. I'm a millennium, okay?
Mental health day. So the question is not whether or not Casey Mize is going to throw a shutout here. It's just how many innings. 6-7 scoreless. Marlins are trash. Casey Mize is a premier talent in this league. Tigers.
Toast is on the other side, but I'm on the Tigers 2 ways here. I love Tigers.
All right, Toast, go first. You're on the Marlins again?
I haven't even made a bet in this game.
Oh.
So here, prop you go.
It was the shocked eyes that made me think you were on the Marlins.
It was the fact that his statement about Casey Mize and stuff. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think that was a bit nuts. Yeah. I do like the Tigers here. I played them 2 ways. First 5 team total over 2.5, and the first 5 run line at -115. Trevor Rogers is just not having a good season, folks. The 6.57 ERA, 186 WHIP is bad. Do I think he's that bad? No. But the peripherals aren't good either. I mean, 48 hard hit rate. Jesus Christ. 7 to 8 K to BB rate. He's putting a ton of balls in play. Now he's going to face a Tigers lineup that probably let you down yesterday, doing nothing against fellow lefty Ryan Weathers. 8 innings of shutout baseball. But I'm going to chalk that up to Reese Olson voodoo magic, because this team cannot score for Reese Olson. The Tigers have 8 runs through 48 innings for Reese Olson this year on some Jacob deGrom Met shit. I don't know what is going on, but I think that's going to come around today, because this is still a Tigers offense that has destroyed Trevor Rogers' pitch mix from the last 7 lefties they've seen through the first 5. Since April 5th, 5th in WOBA, 5th in ISO, 3rd in batter run value, 1st in hard hit percentage, 6th in barrel rate. They managed 3+ runs through the first 5 in 3 of those 7 occasions, and now they're facing Road Rogers. In case you haven't noticed, Road Rogers has been brutal lately. His last 12 road starts, he owns a dreadful 7.64 ERA, 2.4 home run per 9, and he's allowed 3+ runs in 10 of those games, with the wide majority of them coming in the first 5. If we look at the Tigers going back to 2022, what is their best spot offensively? It's home day games against lefties. Home day against lefties, 9th in WRC+, 15th in ISO, 11th in OBP. Home night games against lefty, 30th, 30th, 30th. The worst offense in the league in those spots. So I think this is a nice buy low spot on them here. And BallparkPal.com agrees with me. They project Rodgers to get throttled here for 3.6 runs through the first 5. I'm adding on the first 5 run line as well here, because Casey Mize has been awesome. On top of that, he's been even better at home, and he excels against lefties. All the key bats in this Miami lineup are lefties, and I think that Detroit puts up enough offensively to cash both our team total and the first 5 run line, with Mize allowing 2 or less through the first 5. So that's what I went with here.
Someone said, I know Kyle's heard about that Pacers pick. Man, I'm a diehard Knicks fan. Trust me. I was rooting against my own bet. So Toast.
First 5 run lines like -120 now, just for the record.
Wow. Beaver giving out stale lines.
So.
Well, Andy wrote that incorrectly, because that's supposed to be -115. I was gonna say, like, when Toast said that, I'm like, so what? I lose 5 cents of value? Why do you even say that? And then I looked at the graphic. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
I just didn't want people to think it was like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
I feel the same way. I looked at it and I was like, do I want to make -120 with the first 5 run line? That's why I had to double check. I was like, man, am I missing something? But yeah, I would run the same way. So I got lucky with my Miami pick yesterday. I mean, Reese Olson literally had a perfect game through 7. I'm pretty sure. So that's literally a perfect game through 7, and I still won that game. So I wasn't going back to Miami today regardless, so I got lucky yesterday. But it would be Tigers first 5 run line or pass, or you can go even Tigers team total. Beaver said it. It's the Tigers at home versus the left-hander during the day. That's a spot we've loved for years now. So
someone said you can get that first 5 run line at -105 on DraftKings.
Oh, okay, even better. Well, yeah, I forgot who they sat Riley Green today, so you're getting a bit of a discount. I don't know why the fuck they did that, but they did sit Riley Green.
I'm not with you guys on this. I mean, I'm not taking the Marlins, but
I haven't bet it yet. That's
just a straight pass for me. I mean, maybe Mize over 18.5 outs.
For 18.5 outs. Do you know how high that line would be?
Alt line.
I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It took me a second. I was like, wait.
It's an alt line. All right. 66% of the viewers on the Tigers. So community's on Detroit here. Can we get to a cool game? Okay. So, yeah, there's a couple. So this one, Toast, I think I'm down to play your team.
Okay, let's do it. I've already played them, so.
You're on Washington? Yeah, I was looking at this, and Crochet. Is it Crochet or Crochet?
Crochet.
Crochet is due for 1. I think this is a Corbin spot.
You're the Corbin whisperer. Tell me all about it.
It's a Pat spot.
I can't.
So the White Sox hasn't seen a ton of lefties this year. That might have been earlier in the season, but Corbin against this White Sox team at plus money. I mean, the Washington's the better team. We're getting plus 122, which means they're pricing Crochet as an elite starting pitcher. And yeah, he's got 3 good starts in a row. But before that, he was a fade. So it seems way too big of a swing as far as the price on this kid based on 3 games. Remember, this dude was getting shelled. He couldn't find the strike zone. He was getting crushed. So I'm down to play the Nats here. I haven't bet this one yet, but I was going to wait to see what these guys said. When we talked about it before the show started, I was leaning Nats.
I'll go. I'm on the Nats here. First and foremost, I understand that it's Patrick Corbin Day, but if you take a look over his last 4 starts, I mean, is he starting to find something maybe somewhat a little bit? I mean, especially in the context of Patrick Corbin being the worst pitcher alive at home against the Dodgers, 5 1/3, 3 hits, no runs. He goes on the road to Miami, has a Patrick Corbin Day, gives up 4 runs on 8 hits in Miami, but then comes back home against Toronto, looks good against Toronto, 6 innings, 3 runs, and then at home at Boston. That was on the road at Toronto. Then at home at Boston, 5 innings, 7 hits and a run. So it's not like Patrick Corbin is pitching terrible right now. I mean, he had an on the road blow up against San Francisco and an on the road blow up at Dodgers. It is what it is. The White Sox aren't those teams. I think that he can pitch at least decent 1 or 2 run baseball here today. Crochet has been, you never know what you're going to get with him. I mean, at times that he's been looked dominant, but now that he's had 3 straight good starts, I agree with Kyle. I think the dam's going to break sooner or later. And then when you flip it over to the bullpens, everybody in the Washington bullpen went yesterday as far as Finnegan and all those guys. But guess what? They hadn't gone the previous days before that. And they're so used to being used like this. These guys are getting used all the time. So I don't even worry about the Washington bullpen being taxed. And on top of that, the White Sox bullpen, they used everybody yesterday. Kopech went 23, Brevia went 29, Leisure went 20, Steven Wilson went 20. So they're not in the best shape either. I think this is a great spot for a Nationals team that continues to play well. So if you're going to give me plus 120, I'm going to take it.
Prop Beaver?
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel strongly for either side, but if I had to pick one, I'd probably lean with you guys.
You said you love this slate and you're passing?
On this game, yeah, I don't really like this game.
Oh, okay.
I think Crochet is actually pretty damn good. I know he had that rough stretch, but when you zoom out and you look at the entire scope of his season and the different metrics, he's really, really good.
So our community's on the Nats, definitely 67%, 22% Washington.
That bothers me a little bit.
Next up, Reds D-backs. Reds team total, baby. Let's see what the community thinks. Are they buying in on the Reds yet, or do they need more convincing? Reds bats
made me some money last night.
Yeah, well, I only hit a little Reds first 5 bet, but I'm in on the Reds, man. Reds team total over.
Mike Ford, shout out Mike Ford. Beaver, you would have loved that play. I went to go do Dinger Tuesdays. I saw Mike Ford as plus 295 to hit a home run. His hits on RBIs were minus 120. I was like, oh, okay, I'll play that. Fucking cashes in the 4th inning.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So I put
plus
up
290. I mean, Jesus Christ. Just put up a sign that says he's hitting a home run today.
Exactly.
So I put up Reds team total over, and this isn't a fade of Fott. I actually think Fott's a little bit undervalued, but these Reds bats are heating up, and I want to be on the receiving end of it. I probably would be down to play the Reds money line also, but I'm a little worried about Abbott. So rather than try to back Andrew Abbott here on the road against a Diamondbacks lineup that crushes lefties, I'm just going to play the Reds team total. The Reds continue to put up runs, and even if Fott finally gets some decent luck and throws a good game, I think the Reds could put up 3 or 4 runs on the Diamondbacks bullpen alone. The way they're swinging the bat right now, Reds lineup, the slump is over. I was on the Reds yesterday, on the Reds again. Yeah,
I couldn't agree more. I have the same bet as you. I I just don't trust the Cincinnati bullpen. I understand that they all had the day off yesterday, but prior to that, they had all worked a ton. I mean, Diaz is still 3 or 5 days. A lot of those guys are 3 or 5 days. So, and they haven't really been performing at the level that I really trust either. So at plus 125, it really wasn't there for me. But at that team total at 3.5 at that minus 130 range, I'm all over that as well. So again, like what Kyle just said, that Cincinnati lineup starting to heat up. 5 runs or more in their last 3 games, 4 runs or more in 6 of the last 7 or something like that. It's been really impressive to see what they've been doing with guys going down and whatnot. And it's just one of those teams that are young, a streaky team. So in Arizona, the weather's going to be fine because obviously they play in a dome. And it's not like Brandon Pfaadt's been overly dominant too. So if he gives up 1 or 2 runs in this one, I really think that the Arizona bullpen can give up a couple as well. So regardless if they're rested and ready to go, you won't see the major guys till later on in the innings. So yeah, I think the Red scores from runs tonight too as well.
Prop Beaver, I saw a graphic. You have a bet in this one.
Yeah, I'm fading Mr. Wabbit. I took his K under here because he's the luckiest fuck when it comes to runs. I don't understand it. So I took his under in Ks. I like this as a sell high spot. He's over his last 3 or 5 starts, averaging 5.2. The 3 overs, who they come against? The Mariners, who are the K gods, the Orioles, and the Rangers. Those teams are all bottom 12 lineups in K percentage against lefties, have all been K over machines. The D-backs are the complete opposite of that. This is a team that's 3rd in K percentage against lefties overall, just 17.8%. That number gets even lower when you look at them at home through the first 5. 13.7 K percentage against lefties. I mean, that's just disgusting. Abbott has only faced 2 offenses in the top 10 of K percentage against lefties. He combined for just 6 total Ks in those 2 games, going under both times. And against his pitch mix specifically from opposing lefties, D-backs 2nd in K percentage, 16.4%, and 1st in whiff percentage, 18.4%. Those marks lowered to 15 and 17% at home. We've seen 11 of 16 lefties to face Arizona go under the number, averaging 3.7, and 6 of 7 lefties to visit Arizona go under the number, averaging just 3. What really got me to this play here is the fact that Gabriel Moreno sat yesterday, which is massive for me if I'm playing the D-backs against a lefty. He's a lefty killer. Yesterday, Barnhart went. Barnhart has a 25K percentage against lefties. Moreno has an 11% K percentage against lefties. We're talking about a big K target to a guy who's extremely hard to strike out. So with Moreno likely back in the lineup tonight and a home plate umpire in Jordan Baker that leans very hitter friendly, I think that there's a ton of value on a K under here for Abbott. I also lean the over in this game. I still may play it, but I think the Arizona Diamondbacks against lefties, they continue to put up runs at will. Say what you want about righties. They'll continue to put up runs at will, and I think they have a lot of points about Pfaadt getting hit up here because the Reds do have a lot of lefties. It stings because I do think Pfaadt is very good, but he is facing a lot of lefties, so I could see him allowing a few runs here.
That was a long-winded analysis on an under strikeouts. Better freaking hit.
I've seen you give long-winded analysis for the dumbest of shit. I don't want to hear nothing from your ass.
Andrew Abbott under K's sounds like a homer pick because he hates Abbott.
Not a homer pick.
All right, so here's another one that I haven't bet yet, but I think I might be down to just lay the juice and play the Mariners money line at like minus 140 here. And I know it's the Mariners during the day. And the last time I tried something like this, it didn't really work out for me. But Toast, I think this is a great spot for Brian Wu to deal. I don't necessarily like much about the Mariners offense here. You know what? How about a Royals team total under? I like the Mariners, but I don't think the Royals are going to score any runs. That's why.
Well, yeah, then I guess I'll lose. Royals first 5 money line for me at plus 130. Yeah, I think that this Royals team is starting to play pretty well over the last 10 games. They had a couple heartbreakers losses, but I think they're playing really well. And to be honest, Alex Marsh has been pitching really well. His last 3 starts have been really impressive. I mean, he had a couple okay starts, I guess, against the Mets and the White Sox, but After figuring that out, keep in mind he looked really good against Baltimore, had a couple shaky starts, and then another 3 good starts. Baltimore, Toronto, the Angels. He looked just fine. Brian Wu, second start coming back from injury. I just don't think he should be commanding a -160 price tag through the first 5. So if you're going to give me this Royals team that's playing good baseball right now and a big +30 price, but I think that's an equal starting pitching advantage. Not to mention that we know the Mariners don't do shit during the day. Yeah, I'll take my chances. KC first 5 on the money line.
Royals are going to get shut out in this freaking game.
Oh, let's hope I push then. Put up a bet.
I am.
You
know what? I'm going to let Prop Beaver go because I'm going to find Royals all team.
So you haven't even found a bet yet.
Yeah, but I'm going to find one that's really. Watch this. Watch this.
Got it.
Nah, I'll put it up. Prop Beaver, what do you think?
Waiting.
I'm passing. I would be on the same side as Toast, though. Brian Wu left his last game with an injury. He was injured heading into the season.
Fine.
Why are you gonna lay juice with that guy? That sounds moronic.
All right, cool. I'll show you guys.
All right, yeah, lay juice with him. That's really smart. The Mariners are good during the day. It's not like they have a nickname or anything.
No, I got an idea.
No. Lay juice during the day. It's not like they have a nickname. They're really good.
Hold up.
No. Yeah, lay it.
I'm gonna put this
KC
bet on
team
the
total
screen.
under 3.5.
No. I want you guys to look at this. I'm putting it on the screen. I just placed this bet and I'm putting it on the screen. I'm putting my money up. And when this happens, you guys on Twitter are gonna be like, Kyle, you're so smart.
I could promise you that won't be happening, regardless of the result. Okay, sure.
Yeah, Prop Beaver can see it. Boom. Bet placed. Kansas City Royals under a half run at
You're just
plus.
throwing away $150. Like, what the fuck is that?
No, this is a sharp ass bet right here. In all seriousness, obviously this is a long shot. It's plus 900. Jokes aside, but I think the Royals are not going to really struggle to find runs here on the road during the day, coming off a win against Brian Wu. That's the bet.
What?
Who cares, Beaver? Just let him play his game. It's
not a game.
No, I will.
That's not a game. You haven't even given one reason.
That's the single dumbest bet I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
Good.
In my entire fucking life.
Good.
You didn't give a single reason.
We talked about this game before we went live. We went through the whole spreadsheet of that game. Rewind the video.
With who? The Ghost of Christmas Past? I wasn't here.
Oh my God. People were here for that.
Oh. I was just curious.
The Royals are a bottom 5 lineup in every single split in the last 14 days on the road against righties. A bunch of shit. There was a bunch. We looked at it. Rewind the video.
All right. Okay.
It's gonna be so hilarious when this hits.
It's gonna be so hilarious when it's 10-0 Royals in like the 4th inning.
The Royals are putting up 10 runs. The Royals are putting up 10 runs.
When Wu leaves the game injured in the 3rd inning, like we fucking said, because the guy's hurt. Why are you backing a hurt person?
That's pretty bold talk from somebody who passed.
I'm just saying, like, you're crazy, man.
Next game, Rockies Padres. Can't wait till that cashes. I'm so excited. I can't wait for that game now. Brian Wu, 6 shutout, fully rested Mariners bullpen, blank. Nothing but goose eggs.
Did you have first 5 or full 9?
Full.
Oh. Like what? Like what?
Shutout. Rockies on the road in San Diego, and I know the Rockies are on a win streak, and I know a lot of people aren't big on the Padres. I've been betting the Padres recently. I know some people in the Discord have because the Padres have been getting cursed out. I think
which makes no sense. Like, what are you betting on? Like I had a half unit on them in a parlay, but like I don't understand like why they get so mad. Like, what are you betting on the Padres at -300? That's gonna ruin your night. Like, I just don't get that. I truly don't understand.
It's got to be Padres money line in the part of a big parlay. I guess
like, it just doesn't make. I mean, it's like, oh my god. I know. It's like, what is going? It's a half a unit play. Like, Jesus Christ.
So I think King deals. I like the spot for King. I don't really know what I think about Austin Gomber, who actually has decent career numbers against the Padres. He's been pitching pretty well. I'm not sitting here saying Austin Gomer's going to throw a good game. I'm just saying the Padres, and these come from Prop Beaver's notes, bottom 5 lineup in the last 30 days at home, bottom 5 lineup in the last 30 days against lefties. Is Gomer? I don't know what I think about Gomer pitching against the Padres lineup, but I do think King pitches well.
Well, Comber's been pitching fine all year. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say I don't think. I mean, I'm not trying to make a case that he's like fantastic, like anything like that. But at no point has he went out there and been embarrassing at all. He does have a great history against San Diego. Last year we got to him when he came to San Diego, but he did pitch well against us in Coors, if I remember correctly. I'm just not at a point where I don't know what to expect with Michael King after 7 innings of that. We saw him go 7 innings against the Giants, came back out his next start against LA and got absolutely throttled. Obviously, the Rockies aren't the Dodgers, but if King doesn't do well after going long stretches of innings, this could be a down spot for Michael King personally. So it's a huge pass for me because I watched Michael King up close and personal his last start. That stuff was dancing. I don't know if he can get that movement again last time. Not to mention, like I said, he went 7 innings. I don't really like him after going multiple or long innings like that. So it's a complete pass for me. I'd actually lean Rockies if I had to make a bet.
Just the Rockies bullpen is so taxed.
They were taxed yesterday. It doesn't matter.
Proppy, were you still going? I know you were thinking about Rockies first 5. Did you end up playing that?
I played it last night, and thank God I did. I mean, dude, I played first 5 under 4.5 minus 125. It's now first 5 under 4 minus 125.
Well, I put it out. I put it in a video, and I have a big following, so I move lines sometimes.
Oh shit, is that how that works? Yeah. So, anyways, it's completely unplayable now. I just can't give that out. I agree with Toast. It's Rockies or pass. The 2 things I'd written down when I gave you the video was first 5 under 4.5 or the Rockies first 5 money line. Those are the only 2 ways I would lean here. It's either you hope that this is a low scoring game with the first 5 under, or you hope that the Rockies somehow get to King here and that Gomber deals and you're getting crazy plus money.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at this price you'd have to say the way they're playing, Rockies are pass, but I really like Michael King to deal, so nothing for me.
Yeah, and to be honest, not to like fade Beaver or anything, but now that if I can get the first 5 under over 3.5, I'm probably going to play that over.
Wow, you're fading him.
You're a fucking
honest. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, that's it. There was only 7 day games. So thanks for watching. We'll be back 4 p.m. Eastern time to do. Actually, I think I'm going to go live at 3:45 p.m. because we have the NHL, WNBA, NBA, and then we have, I think, 8 night games. So I'm going to go live at 3:45 p.m., 15 minutes early to get everything in. Hopefully, what time is that Mariners game?
12:10.
Ah, shit.
So
while we're live, we're going to be watching the Royals get shut out. So while we're going through the show, we are going to collectively watch the Royals put up 0 after 0. It's going to be very exciting. See you guys in 3 hours, 45 minutes. Later. Oh, I already have some bets posted on the site. These guys do too. But I'm posting a couple more right now. So if you have Sauce Network Plus, you'll see them in a second. Later.